On the verge of a breakout. In this video, I'm going to discuss with you when is going to be the end of this bull cycle, how high Bitcoin could go. What about also, I'm going to talk about alt season, when altcoins are going to go crazy. The next 2 to 3 months are going to be crucial. So stay with me until the end. Subscribe to the channel. Very important video. So much data, no BS approach. You will not regret it. Guys, this video is brought to you by our partner, Bluefin, the best non-KYC exchange. If you're trading, guys, get my link for getting so many trading discounts on trading fees, so many giveaways coming next week and also in this month. So sign up with them, guys. Very, very good exchange. Right now, guys, Bitcoin on a cusp of a breakout. Yesterday, we pumped 2 to 3% because of Donald Trump coming and say that he's going to delay the tariffs. Of course, delaying the tariffs right now is super bullish. So many bullish news coming up. But at the same time, we have to be a little bit careful short term of a potential pullback. And I show you what could be happening right now. But guys, this is incredible. You've probably been following me for a while. You know that we are very, very accurate when we come with trading analysis, trading short term. And again, the incredible thing is, I want to show you this, and it's not to brag about it, it's just to show you the reality and facts of everything. Like whenever Bitcoin pumps basically up to $109,700, as you can see from here, and then we had the retracement down to $100,800, you can see what we said in our VIP group, guys, our premium VIP Discord group. You can go on crypto daily updates from here. And basically what I said from here, we can update, you can read everything, guys. Everything is documented. Resistance zone, 109,500 to 110,000 for a potential short position. You can see all the plan coming from here. And guys, we are basically now up around, if you enter with, of course, a 10x leverage, you should be up around probably 10% because BTC went to 109,700 and now it went down to this way. So again, we nailed it. And also I want to show you some of my pro member guys. Some of my pro members are incredible. For example, Shellcat, that's one of my pro members, guys, with Sui, shorting Sui, making very good money. I'm going to show you the results after. But also, guys, Jeremy is my other pro trader, longing ING. And guys, basically, I follow him because I trust him so much. And the trading results talk for themselves. So I want to go and show you the trading results from here, guys. I couldn't be more proud of this. Look at the amount of, you can see ING here. They were still in Bitcoin short right now, but look at this. Look at Kill as well, 104%. Look at this community, guys. Incredible. I'm so happy, so proud of all my members. So if you want to really be in a community of professional traders, if you're trading short term, long term, we have everything, guys. Pro spot trading call, we call XLM 3 days ago, made like, I don't know, 5 or 6% in spot. And also, if you're an investor, you really want to make a difference here, we have everything that you need to know for education, for trading calls, for anything. So come and join us. There is a link in the description here with the trader as well as our trading results. Everything is documented and I show you the proof every single day. The next 5 years are going to be important. BTC could be reaching $500,000. Come now, join this opportunity because you will not get this opportunity anywhere anymore. Right now, guys, BTC from a macro point of view, that's what I can see. I really believe that BTC could be into a beautiful channel right now and also in what we call a compression stage. You can see that right now, basically, we're following a nice ascending channel. And the lines, basically the targets I'm looking at right now for BTC to reach, they're going to be probably in between the end of August to the end of December. If I tell you right now, is Bitcoin going to go to 200,000? I have no idea. Is it going to go to 135,000? It's quite likely. Is it going to go to 160,000? Less likely. The most likely what I can see right now is going to be the extension of this Fibonacci you can see from here at 1.618 reaching $134,000. You can see that BTC could be in what we call, in this case here, we call it ABCD. So you have an A. Let me just go here. You have an A. You have a B. You have a C. And then you could be having a D. So this area is my area of interest. Why? Because there is so much confluence around there. There is also the fact that the RSI, very important. The RSI right now basically is showing 2 levels of resistance. First resistance is going to be around here when it's going to get overbought again. So you can see we have a little bit more room to go higher around this area, probably around the $130,000 mark. However, if you're going to be able to break this area, okay, from here, then we could be going to the next level, which is going to be a potential parabolic blow off top, doing something like that, and probably going in between 150,000 and 160,000. Now, do I believe we're going to go to 200,000, 300,000, something like that? I don't believe that. It could be happening, of course. It's always, you need to remember, right, that I'm coming here with the reality, not with the bullshit. And I'm telling you, it's all about statistics and probability. It could be even going to 300,000, but I don't care. If it goes to 134, 130, 134, guys, I'm out. Let's say I already made enough money just to, what was the point of taking the risk of thinking, oh, it's going to go double that? Great. Good on you. Like, just if you want to go along and wait and take the risk, you can do that. But at the same time, also look at the RSI, right? You can see that basically we could be about to break this important resistance. And if that happens, it's going to go higher. But at the same time, what you got to be careful, you got to be mindful is two things. Number one, the S&P 500 is a all-time high, okay? Haven't had any correction whatsoever. Any correction whatsoever. You can see that on the logarithmic chart, looks good, okay? And haven't had a correction whatsoever. That's not great at the moment, okay? Because usually what you want to see is a little bit of like correction up. Right now, still didn't have that. More like short term. Second of all, very important, guys, the DXY dollar currency index as well. I'm going to go on the regular chart again. You can see that from here, we are basically at a very important level of diagonal support. If this one breaks down, guys, you're going to see probably the biggest alt season I'm going to see in my life. Parabolic, everybody just with Lamborghinis, because basically all the money going to be taken away from the dollar and placed probably in risk assets, small cap stocks, and all of that. So that could be happening. However, it's more likely, again, I talk about statistically, right? It's more, sorry, I changed this on here. Let me go back in my S&P. It's more likely that the DXY, before doing that, it could be doing more something like that. Go up to this way, going back here, putting some pressure on risk assets, and then to go down. Okay, so be careful when it comes to this situation where everybody's super euphoric, going to the moon and all the BS. Okay, so another chart which you also have to take into consideration is very important is actually this one here, guys. I've been following the chart. I've been drawing this chart almost a year ago. If you go back on my X account from here, guys, if you want to follow me as well, I put sometimes like some trading setups as well. This is Andrea Capellini, FTA. That's my Twitter account. You can subscribe if you want. So I was putting like about this important chart, the USDT dominance, guys. Basically, it's just tracking the dominance of the USDT, and we started like in July, which was here, 2024, and look at how precise has been. So if this is going to continue like that, okay, it's really mimicking what happened in 2021. If it's going to continue like that, then I would say that probably we have time, if we're going to go here, to see that parabolic blow off top, whatever, altcoin season, until maybe end of August, late September, which is basically the same time where the Fed might cut interest rates, where Donald Trump is going to reestablish his tariffs, and such and such. Okay, so interesting to see this, because after that you can see the dominance just growing up like crazy here, and that could be the end of the bull market. I don't know, but if I follow this fractal, once we go here, that could be the end. And what could it be the reason we're gonna have a melt up and everything, guys? Very important. July, don't worry about this one because I think they made a mistake, but July 15th. So next week we're gonna have CPI. July 30, we're gonna have FOMC meeting. I think this July meeting, I think, is going to be the most important meeting to actually really ascertain if we're going to see a melt up starting from August. Because in August, I'm pretty sure that our friend Donald Trump is going to say, "Oh, now I'm going to go and delay tariffs," as always, right? So that's the thing, right? If you're going to see Donald Trump again delay these tariffs, it's going to be great. If we're going to see also the Fed started to talk about cutting interest rates, and guys, let's be real. By trueflation, inflation is at 1.89%. there is no more inflation, guys. There is no more reacceleration. There is no more bullshit about that. So at a certain point, the Jerome Powell criminal will have to go and cut rates. There is no other chance. And trust me, we don't need Jerome Powell to cut rates. We just need about hinting of a potential rate cut for the market to go and just drop all the dollars, put them into risk assets, and then to go crazy. Because right now, if you talk about the end of the bull market, are we now basically, at the end of the bull market, guys? There is nothing suggesting right now that we are at the end. However, for this week, you have to be a little bit careful, only because some fuckery could be around the corner. Okay, so what I could be expecting right now is that BTC is doing very well, but is getting a little bit tired short term. So my scenario will be that in the next maybe few weeks, okay, what we could be seeing, because it's getting a little bit tired, would be, and it's going to be actually be healthy to see that, maybe a little bit higher, maybe try to break all-time high, then a correction down to here, a correction down to probably 94, 95,000, and then once everything is set up in the right way, once we're going to have the correction, and everybody here is going to call for, is going to break down, going to 50,000, 40,000, then we see a face melting rally going way higher, and then reaching 134, 148, whatever is going to be. And then what can happen after? Well, simple. If the Fed is going to cut rates, it's basically like a green light to say to altcoin season, altcoins, now you can go crazy. So that's going to be my first, I would say, point where I'm going to say I'm out from here. Okay. And trust me, what I always say, I'm now 55% invested in risk assets and I'm 45% in cash. Why? Because I'm going to load up only if BTC goes back to here. Otherwise, I'm happy making money. That's how you play the longevity. That's why I'm saying, guys, come on the Discord. I'm going to also release a new course right now. I have a course, if you want, on my website. Buy the yearly membership. The next 5 years are going to be super important. Bear market and then another crazy bull market. I'm going to take the opportunity, guys, and ride all the wave. And I think after that, I think crypto is over after that. But anyway, another reason why to believe that we are basically not at the top of the bull market. As I said before, there is no euphoria right now. There is just complacency right now, just a little bit. Another reason, interest of crypto over time, guys. Look at this. Zero, pretty much zero. Like I didn't know what to tell you. Look what is it in 2024 November. We were 75, 2100, like it was crazy. Right now, we are basically just, fluctuating around there. And do you think this is like a sign of a parabolic blow off top where people are shooting Lamborghini? The only thing I can say right now is the cycle is over. Altcoins are over. They will never recover. I'm out. I want to sell when I'm going to go break even. That's the perfect recipe to see a crazy alt season. Okay. Now, another one I want to show you guys, total free market cap. Again, do you think it's over with this chart? I mean, it could be over, don't get me wrong. But at the same time, to me, I would say as a very conservative scenario. And there are people, so many traders I respect a lot that are calling for way higher. But at the same time, guys, if you think this one is the top, it could be. But let me just go and zoom in a little bit for you. This could be the top, but I would say to me, looks more like gold about to break out 3 or 4 months ago, where you see really a strong movement. And some people are saying that we could be going like, even higher here on the logarithmic chart to like $10 trillion market cap, to basically triple what we have right now and basically do something like that. Okay. It could happen, less likely. Okay. And trust me, I'm going to sell here, I'm not going to sell there, but I would say, in my opinion, that's enough financial advice. What I can see right now for us going maybe for this cycle, I think it's going to be probably around here, 4.8, $5.3 trillion, which of course is going to be good. So once we're going to get to that area, guys, I'm out. Okay, I'm out. See you later. I don't want to hear about crypto, and I'm just kidding anymore. But I'm going to get ready then for the brutal bear market if it's going to come. So very important, this level. As well as, for example, total free. You guys know my plan already. Similar. Like it looks like to me, it's crazy that this chart doesn't really look like a chart where you're going to see this. It looks more of a we're about to go and go crazy. Similar to what happened in 2020 when the Fed basically with COVID and all that. So again, interest rates cuts, the potential rate cuts is going to be important for us to go higher. But to me, macro-wise, guys, things look pretty good. Okay, I like what I see. I like what I see. Are we going to go to $3.6 trillion with a total free? I don't know. My target is around 1.8, 1.9, but we can go higher, 100%. Okay. Now, next one I want to also discuss, very important, of course, altcoin season as well. Very important, this chart. What is going to be happening with altcoin season? Again, what I would say, are we right now into a, like historically, that's important, guys. You have to have a look at the history. History is the only thing you can relate to because there is nothing else. Okay. So looking at this, we can say, for example, okay, altcoins, we have it here, we have another resistance around here, like that. What is the reality here? Is the reality that we're going to see like a compression phase and then we're going to break down like that and then higher? Or is it going to be just a breakout from here and then we're going to go higher from here? It's very difficult to say, but looking at the circumstances right now, what's happening with crypto, what's happening with the Fed, again, cutting rates, potentially cutting rates, and looking at what's happening here with the RSI as well, historically, to me, it doesn't look like altcoins have done nothing, to be honest. And they're still ready to go and basically attack those levels. Okay, so the levels I'm looking at, it's basically an expansion with RSI to go way higher than this. Way, way high. So, and if that happens, of course, we're going to be at least like, 755 billions, 800 billions. That's definitely possible. We could be seeing maybe from here, a super pump, go slightly above all-time high, then have a fake out, and then have a drop. Could be definitely happening. We could be seeing continuation up and go to $4 or $5 trillion where altcoins are going to do 20x, 30x. It's possible. But again, as an investor, as a long-term trader, what are you going to do? Guys, I do have a plan, and the plan is all written here. In my spot trading and also altcoins long-term, all of my members are going to be notified when I'm basically going to be out of the markets and we're going to find the perfect point of perfect opportunity. That's going to be incredible. Next one, guys, I want to talk about today. That's I'm pretty sure you guys are, love Ethereum. Again, Ethereum, and Ethereum basically is going to be the one, in my opinion, that is going to trigger the altcoin season. Because in general, what we saw in the past is that ETH is basically the one that can start the alt season. We saw like an alt season with Solana in 2024 because of the pump fund, but I think the real alt season could be coming with ETH basically resolving from this potential bullish pennant. Okay, so if we talk about like a logarithmic scale here with ETH, I would say that from a log scale, are we going to see a bullish pennant? And then I'll probably say something like that, taking this chart here and bring it here. Are we going to see ETH to go to $29,000? I mean, could be happening, but less likely. That's probably going to go more into a realistic price prediction for ETH. So we're going to go like a normal scale, not a log scale. And we can see for us, like, who are just observing right now, that if we're going to go into this compression phase, what we could be seeing from here, maybe if BTC is going to go down to, let's say, mid-90s, we can see maybe a wave 2 here with ETH, going back down to maybe 1,700, 800. But then the most likely scenario is going to be, we're going to see a resolution of this, we can call it pennant. And if it then breaks, okay, we can see that we can put it here, okay, like that. And it gives you a target of around $7,500, which in general, which is quite interesting, is actually the same level of Fibonacci. Quite interesting there, right? So is this going to happen? Okay, we're going to see is basically this, and then you bring it here, and then just gives you this target here. Is likely can happen. So ETH could go to even $7,500. But again, like I always said, this is not guaranteed. And what you have to look for is going to be the confluence where BTC dominance, we're going to talk about now, with the stock market, with total free. And that's what I'm saying. Come, enjoy, and stay in a community where people know what they're talking about, with professional members who can say, okay, guys, time to get out. So that's what I can see macro. ETH, very important. People are saying, oh, altcoins are not going to pump, they're over. Guys, do you really think that institutions are going to just say, oh, I'm so sorry. This cycle, I don't want to make a 10x on altcoins because, there are too many coins and I'm not going to do that. Come on, really. Don't really make me laugh because sometimes I just, yeah. It's incredible. Next one, guys, Solana as well. Solana, very similar. We could be seeing, okay, because I told you so many times that we are basically still below this important level of resistance. We could be seeing maybe another drop like that, okay? So I'm still cautious right now, but again, even with Solana, what I would say, it could be a target of 428 by end of the year. Because remember, BTC tops first and then altcoins follow. So I wouldn't be surprised if you're going to see something like that and then boom, 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 like this, okay? So we have so much room to go higher. So much room to go higher. What you need to also pay attention is going to be the following. We can see a little bit of a pump here with the other RSI from this area here. But if we break this level, we have so much room to go higher, so much room to break an all-time high. And that's what I'm looking for right now. Of course, what is going to be the target, the catalyst for all of this to come? There are a few things about the stablecoin bill and all of that, but also remember, guys, is that, of course, the Bitcoin dominance. To me, Bitcoin dominance is cooked. I can see so many people calling and say that, oh, it's going to go to 90%, 80%, whatever. And I'm going to reaffirm this point again. I could be completely wrong, and this is not financial advice, so don't follow what I'm doing. Always think about yourself. But to me, this thing is going to drop. It's going to drop probably to here or to here before going higher. Because I really could not believe that institutions, the big boys, and I know a few of them, baby whales, that they love Ethereum, by the way. That's a little... I do not believe that they're going to say, we're going to pump BTC dominance up to 90% and make Bitcoin up to 400,000 and then destroy all the altcoins, where there is an opportunity for altcoins. For example, I'm going to show you some of the charts, which in my opinion is insane. For example, WIF. Like, there is so much potential room for WIF to go at least to even $4. So from 0.88 to $4, guys, at 5x, it will be okay. But there's so much room for so many other altcoins to go and make a killing. Now, last thing I would like to discuss, of course, and it's always very important, is going to be the S&P 500. Okay, so I can see lots of calls. For example, one of the top macro, I would say, forecaster, David Hunter, guys, the contrarian, great guy. I think he's like, he nailed basically everything. He's saying like he's expecting S&P 500 to go to 8,000. So 8,000 means basically it's going to go above this level of this channel on the 2 weeks logarithmic chart. And is it going to go to 8,000? Well, again, it's possible. Okay, I'm not saying it's impossible. But at the same time, it's very, very high, optimistic target. What I would say, in my opinion, the S&P 500, I probably could be seeing around potentially 7,000, 7,200 or something like that, which should correspond to BTC going to like 140, 130, 140, and altcoins, potentially the market cap to go around 700 to 800 billion dollars. So that's what I could be expecting right now with everything. So if we're going to see again an S&P going to 7,000, 7,200, that's going to be my, I would say, uh, alarm bell to say I'm going to be out on this cycle. So to summarize everything, guys, so much information today, but I really hope it helped you to understand what could be happening right now. So we don't need rate cuts. We just need a hint that they're going to start a little bit of monetary easing. We need to see all this extension of Fibonacci, like I told you, and then you need to consider to assess your position. Okay, I'm not going to say to buy, sell, because I can't tell you that. I told you what I'm going to do. Once I can make good profits at the specific levels, I'm out. But of course, the VIP members are going to be all informed about that. But otherwise, guys, I really hope you enjoyed this video. I hope it was helpful for you to understand where we are in the cycle with the real data and no BS approach. Just to just give you like a little bit of a reminder what could be happening at this point. But you have a fantastic day. And I'm going to show you tomorrow for another update about typical Bitcoin, crypto, Solana, short-term updates to see how we can trade. Take care and see you soon.